Every dog owner knows that deep, unspoken bond with their furry friend. But where did the phrase man's best friend come from? Today, we dive into a powerful moment in history that immortalized the loyalty of dogs and gave them a title they still hold today. The story begins over 150 years ago with a single dog, a courtroom, and a lawyer's unforgettable words. The bond between dogs and humans is ancient. It goes back thousands of years when wolves began living alongside humans, forming a partnership that would change the course of history. From guarding early settlements to helping hunt, dogs were the original companions. Over time, they became more than workers, they became friends. Today, dogs continue to enrich our lives in countless ways. They offer unconditional love, loyalty, and companionship, traits that transcend time. But there's a particular story that solidified dogs as more than pets. They became known as man's best friend. Our story begins with a man named George Graham Vest, a lawyer and politician who lived during a tumultuous time in American history. Born in 1830, Vest became well known for his legal career and his powerful speeches. But it was a single case in 1870 that would cement his legacy, and that of a dog. Old Drum was a beloved hunting dog owned by Charles Burden of Warrensburg, Missouri. One fateful night, Old Drum was shot and killed by a neighbor named Leonidas Hornsby, who believed the dog had been harming his sheep. Burden, devastated by the loss, sought justice, leading to a legal battle that would soon capture the nation's attention. The case went to court, and after several trials, the final hearing in 1872 would become legendary. George Graham Vest was hired to represent Charles Burden, and his closing argument would be unlike anything the court had ever heard.
Gentlemen of the jury, the best friend a man has in this world may turn against him and become his enemy. His son or daughter that he has reared with loving care may prove ungrateful. But the one absolutely unselfish friend that a man can have in this inconstant world, the one that never deserts him, the one that never proves ungrateful or treacherous, is his dog.
Vest's emotional tribute to Old Drum, often referred to as the eulogy on the dog, struck a chord with everyone who heard it. His speech didn't just portray a dog's loyalty, it elevated it to something sacred, something irreplaceable. His words captured the essence of what dogs mean to us, more than just pets, but true companions. The jury was moved. They awarded Charles Burden $50 in damages, a decision that recognized the dog's worth far beyond just his economic value. This trial not only secured a legal victory, but also shifted societal views on animals and their place in human lives. The trial's outcome reverberated far beyond Missouri. Vest's impassioned words helped pave the way for more humane treatment of animals, influencing animal welfare laws and giving rise to a cultural shift. Dogs were no longer just property, they were family. Today, the phrase man's best friend is a universal symbol of the loyalty and love we share with our canine companions. From advertisements to movies, dogs continue to hold a special place in our hearts and homes. Why do dogs hold such a powerful place in our hearts? Veterinarians, historians, and psychologists have long studied the connection between dogs and humans. From a biological perspective, dogs produce the hormone oxytocin, the same one that forms bonds between mothers and their children. This explains why dogs have such an intuitive sense of our emotions and why they can become so deeply attached to us. Studies show that owning a dog can reduce stress, lower blood pressure, and even ease feelings of loneliness. They're not just companions, they're healers too. And it's not just in history that dogs make an impact. We all have stories about how our dogs change our lives. From comforting us in difficult times to protecting us from danger, dogs continually show us what it means to be truly loyal.
My dog stayed by my side when I was going through a tough time. I honestly don't know what I would have done without him.
When I lost my job, my dog was the one who always greeted me with excitement, making me feel like everything would be okay.
The phrase man's best friend means more than just a catchy saying. It reflects the unbreakable bond between dogs and their humans. a bond that has stood the test of time and continues to shape our lives in profound ways. We all have our own special connections with our dogs. What's yours? Share your stories with us in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more heartwarming stories like this one. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for our next video, where we explore even more amazing stories of animals and the bonds they share with humans.